Hello. Okay. So, all right, that should be good. I guess what I'll do now is alright, hold on. Alright. Well, this is take 3. So, hello again. We. Oh, right, I forgot it. Wait. I could. Wait. Oh, load. Right. There we go. This should be the one that, this should be the one. Yep, this is the go. Yeah. Okay. So, welcome to our new stream. There was a bit hiccup. There was a giant hiccup on Wi-Fi, and because of a new router, yeah, things have gone like a little iffy. So I'm just gonna basically recap it. I'm just gonna basically quickly summarize everything. We went to a little debate with Bland, and it led to him taking control over the investigation of the death of Oliver Deacon, who was the butler for the Amanon family, Lance and Ernest. And during that, we have reunited with 2 people, Emma and Wendy. Wendy claims to have seen what happened to the victim. And with all that, Shane found out, and while we're also that, Lance have appeared out of nowhere. And throughout the investigation, we figure out that the victim was wearing a costume. There was also a love letter from the Tender Loan Company, and Colin Divorce Dorser. I did not know what I just said. This is Colin Devore, who, well, now we know, is Oliver Deacon. So, first, oh, right. The letter and the a love letter. It reads kind of bittersweet. And that was all. I say it was nothing more than someone pinning for Lance. However, the center is a loan company tender lender. And the story takes a super bitter downturn. You can think of it as he's stolen himself away. This man is a fugitive. Imagine that was the only way he could live on the outside. Well, people who do bad things don't deserve to be respected. The best way to live is to follow the straight and the narrow. Ironic I'm getting a lecture on morals from a thief. I'm gonna have to read all these lines again thanks to the Wi-Fi. The room next to the one we were held in prison in. You know, I took a peek in here through the door from the other room. As I did, Kay. Anyway, this room was truly the kidnapper's hideout. And that means there should be some clues to their identities here, right? I don't know if there are, however, the possibility is quite high. I believe the combining of this room is necessary. Beyond this door is where the kidnapper held you have to gain the jump on you. Plus, you keep reminding me. What's the room we get in your face? It You need to remind me of that mortifying moment earlier. Alright, that's done. Just like this. Disposal worn out. They throw the costumes away in pieces. In the hideout, there is a trash bin for old and useless costumes. And bears like just outside. Yes, and when we're out there, but if these are real, what would you put in them? Is expecting gleam in her eyes. I'm about to dash. It's a broken mirror. Why are they planning to repair it? These folding chairs, they did it perfectly. I feel bad using these because it'd be like stealing the perfection away. I suspect it's more like you would have wanted to be the one to put them away. Trapdoor. The entrance to the underground passage, okay? I know that. Door leading to the outside world was locked. So Lance must have escaped his prison through here. Door's really broken thanks to the police force who opened it. We got that, we got that. The panel that had the entrance to the underground is propped up and wide open. Be careful where you step, Kay. Sorry. I only fell into that other opening once, you know. A sword. A broken sword. Why would it be broken like that? Swords don't usually break on their own. That's true. Alright then, let's think about it this way. Maybe it broke when someone was trying to use it for or on something. Hypotheticals aren't going to get us anywhere. Perhaps we should think more of this later. It's all beat up. The lock on this door is completely fine. Not a single dent. How is that possible after what the officers told us? The lock was self. The door had to be forced open, yet the lock is intact. Why was it not locked? Get that taken care of. Kay wants to go for the badger. She's definitely bringing a decidedly different atmosphere to a criminal investigation. Key for the trap door. Isn't that what you're supposed to do when you see one? I'm not having this conversation with you. I'm sorry. After the Wi-Fi cut, I am a bit nervous. Just making sure. Cheap styrofoam cups. Only 3 cups were used. By the looks of it, they were probably used by the kidnappers. There are 3 chairs set around the table. Alright, okay. Now with that done, let's talk about the door and the broken prop sword. It's a bit strange that the police had to force their way into an unlocked room. One look at the pristine door lock and anyone can see that it was not in use at the time. But the policeman outside said that it took 10 men to get it open. The door was locked tight, despite it being not locked at all. It can only be because of this. Oh, you mean... Yes, it was used to jam the door. Here, take a look at the door handle. You see how the handle is completely destroyed? That's how the sword broke. Broken prop sword was used to jam the handle to the hideout's door. And now... the chair and the 3 cups. The common denominator between the cups and the folding chairs is the number 3. Speaking of which, the number of missing costumes is also 3. Wait, but I thought there were only 2 kidnappers. Indeed, something isn't adding up. Literally. Is it possible that there's a 3rd kidnapper that Lance didn't see? I thought that we might uncover the true identity of the kidnappers. But instead, we only uncover more questions that need to be answered. And this is where the internet dropped way down. Way down. Now that the Wi-Fi is... Now that OBS is going well again, Ladies and gentlemen, behold, nightmare fuel. What is it? What are you doing? Suddenly popping out of the secret entrance like that. Look, why don't you get out of there first and then we'll talk, okay? Oh my gosh. Throw it back to get! Alright, one more to go. What are you getting all excited about? Did you forget the photo rally? Duh! See, look, now all I have to do is get a picture of the bad badger and I'm done. Ah, yes. I vaguely recall a contest or something of that sort. What? It's gone! But where did it go? What happened? What's wrong? A bad badger costume is missing, sir! Oh. Is that all? Well, it's missing because the kidnapper stole it. I heard about how they were stolen. But they said that there only be 3 and the costumes have been taken. Wait, but they said that only 3 of the costumes have been taken. What? Is he saying that more than 3 of them are gone? Mr. Proto Badger, please tell me a little bit more about these costumes you use. Oh. Okay, are you participating in that Blue Badger photo rally? Yeah, I figured since I came all this way, I might as well. Plus, I want the prize. The prize? It's a handcuff-shaped notepad. Wait, or is it a notepad-shaped set of handcuffs? Either way, they both sound incredibly useless. Hey, you don't know that, and I'm sure I can figure out what to use it for. Whichever it is. A notepad might be useful, but I don't see when she will ever need a set of handcuffs. What she thinks about the sword? This reminds me of a saying: till one sword breaks and one arrow's one out. As Amo Ford said. Except that we're not dealing with any arrows. I guess not. I wonder where they went. Oh, I know. I bet it's because I already stole them. I sincerely hope she is kidding. Alright, Mr. Badger. Apparently you're not the villain, so... What do you mean by a bad badger costume is missing? Why? What I just said, sir. We are 1 bad badger short. Counting the spares, we have 2 of each costume on hand at all times. Okay, so because one of them is walking around the park, the other should be in that room. Ah, actually both of them should be in that room. Huh? What do you mean? Normally we don't use bad badger costumes. In fact, we only use them during a certain event at a set time each day. It's the stage show where the bad badger wreaks havoc around the park. And the other badgers must work together to apprehend him, sir. I'm speechless that such a show exists. Well, sir, I was just trying to explain to you the only time we use that costume. And doesn't that make it nearly impossible to take a picture of the bad badger? Interesting. Personally, I can't believe it that it's this close to showtime and there's no costume. Oh dear, what am I going to do, sir? All this basically means that the kidnapper stole 4 costumes. And a bike. That's outside my place. In total, 4 costumes and 1 motorcycle. Man, are you saying that there are 4 kidnappers? No, I don't think that's very likely. Oh? Recall the concepts for a minute. The stolen ones, you mean? What proves that a fourth kidnapper does not exist? Is it this?
Take that!
Because if you have 4 people and you have wanted to steal a 4th costume, wouldn't you naturally go for the full set and steal a pink badger costume instead? Yeah, that makes sense. And yet, the kidnappers decided to steal another bad badger. I believe the culprits need 2 bad badger costumes. The question is, why? Unaccounted for bad badger, a 4th stolen costume by 3-person kidnapping group. Where's the other costume? I wonder, can we now expect... We can't expect... What if we do this? Talk to him, so... Yeah, I think we could also say... Does this connect? Yes, it does! The second bad badger costume. I believe it may be closer at hand than we think. Hmm? What do you mean? That costume in the trash. Wouldn't you say that it's wearing something very telltale pants? Hey, you're right! Let's get out there and take a look! As I suspected, it's a bad badger costume. Well, minus the head. No wonder this bad badger costume's right hand is torn up like that. Maybe it's a flesh wound from a fight with the blue badger. I always knew the blue badger was one ferocious beast. I somehow doubt that even real badgers are as bloodthirsty as that gay. There are 3 folding chairs over on this side. Can't say they were all arranged nearly as nicely as their siblings to the right. You think so? I think they're just fine. Like a bunch of used chairs ought to be. I'm beginning to think that you must keep the most chaotic room. Hey, don't stand there and sigh at me all at one shot. These folding chairs lean against the wall and they're folded state. The ones over there by the table probably came from this stack. Look, it's a hand. It's hurt. Its hand is hurt. It looks more like something was ripped off of it. Oh boy. I'm gonna save. And then Eureka! I believe what we have here is an inconsistency. Between what? Ah, yes. You know what I actually was about to go for? It was either the head or the victim's costume, but like if you look at this, you see the bad badger had a gun. Look carefully. Our costume is not holding something in his right hand that it should be. Oh, the gun! Precisely. The bad badger was designed to always hold a gun in his right hand. However, you there! Did you remove the gun from this bad badger's right hand? No, I did not, sir. The gun is supposed to be securely attached to the costume. As I thought. The rip itself confirms my hypothesis that the gun was forcibly removed. Mr. Polo Badger, the gun is, of course, not a functioning weapon, correct? Absolutely not, sir. It's just a model gun. However, it can fire blanks. We need to use them for the stage show. It seems that our kidnappers have also a need for the model gun. My dear customer friend. Was ripped from the bad badger costume is capable of firing blanks, a missing model gun. think we're about done with this room.
So what's next?
Well, we found a few answers. But there are still a few things left that we have to ask a certain person about. Let's go, Kay. "3:34 p.m. The Wild Wild West area."
Back.
It's Edgeworth, sir! You gotta hurry, sir! Come on! What is it, detective? They found a blue badger costume down in front of the main gate, sir! What?
Isn't that what one of the kidnappers was wearing?
Bingo! That's why you gotta come to the main gate with me right now! If we hurry, we still might be able to get there before Wolf Boy does, sir! Alright, let's make haste to the main gate. Oh. Ooh, we're almost at the end. We're at the latter part. Have I? Alright, screw it. Gay Waterland main gate. Where's the costume detective Gumshoe? She's on the other side of the fountain, sir!
Was it out here in the open all along?
No! It was discovered in the tall grass back there! We moved out here in order to examine it more thoroughly. Let's get down to it. I wonder where's the toy spotted every suspicious looking nook and cranny. This headpieces must be where the Blue Badger Officer Meekins crossed paths with. Oh, I'm nervous. Someone throwing a Blue Badger away like this. I'm upset. I worked so hard to create this character. It's like my baby. How could someone do this, sir? How? Detective, how about channeling your anger towards finding the culprits? Good idea. Oh, wait until I get my hands on it. So who are they, Miss? Wait. Who are they, Miss Edgeworth? Why don't you try figuring it out yourself for a change?
It's the Blue Badger's body section. What a waste.
Also,
Going through all the trouble to steal this costume, only to throw it away in the end? A real thief wouldn't do such a thing. Nope. No way.
I wouldn't think a real thief would steal something so gaudy to begin with. But what's this? What do we have here?
Oh, it's another pendant. That's 2 treasures in one day. How lucky is that? And hey, this pretty baby's made of platinum silver too.
Another pendant on top of the one we found on Mr. Decon. Isn't it possible that these two... Hold it right there! I knew it was gonna be him. Hands off, Mr. Prosecutor! You sure know how to cross the line, don't you? A pendant, huh? This is a very decent piece of evidence. How can you tell? Look here and read off what you see.
Lauren. Hey, it's a name that's engraved on this.
Miss Pop's pendant. It's shaped like a pair of wings. Lauren D is engraved on the back. Huh? Aha! We have you now, Miss Kidnapper!
You don't understand.
Lolly, I can't believe you were one of my kidnappers.
Lance. You're kidding? Miss Pops was one of the kidnappers?
Yes.
It was me. I held Lance hostage.
So Miss Pops is one of the kidnappers. But even knowing that, I can't call this case solved or over.
Hey guys, case closed. Get the car ready. And I mean the special one for this young lady.
Hold it!
Again, Mr. Prosecutor, what is it this time?
Are you proposing that Miss Pops is also the culprit in the murder case? What happened? I thought Officer Mikis was your suspect.
We found it.
Found what?
That officer's gun. He literally dropped it in the middle of the big patch of grass. Your country's police are a sham. Just look at how careless they are. Who you calling a sham? The officer's gun didn't show signs of having been fired, so it can't be the murder weapon.
So Officer Mikis has been cleared of all charges. Let's see.
And that's when a brand new suspect comes walking in onto the scene. The murder only happened because the kidnappers started fighting amongst themselves. As I recall, it was you who said it, right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Miss Pops, did you really kill Mr. Decon? Yes, I killed him. I can't believe it.
Thanks for the confession.
Objection!
Agent Lang, it's much too early to declare this case closed.
Look at you, so full of yourself. We got the culprit's own confession and some very incriminating evidence. What more can you ask for?
Miss Lauren Pops,
Yes?
I want to hear it from you. Tell me your side of all that has happened today, from the kidnapping to the murder.
Why? I'm a kidnapper and a killer. Is that enough?
Oh, she is cutting her hair. It's fine if you're the one behind everything, but only if that is the truth. Now then, can you tell us the truth? Or is there some reason why you can't?
I've had a change of heart. I think I enjoyed seeing you sulk away as a losing mutt. Alright, you heard me. Let's hear about all the evil deeds you committed today.
Oh, Edward versus Lauren. Miss Pop's confession.
The one who came up with the kidnapping plan was the butler, Mr. Decon. He knew that we could get rich by holding Lance hostage. Mr. Armando will pay everything to get his son back after all. Everything was going according to plan, but as soon as we got the money, Mr. Decon turned on me and tried to kill me.
There! Are you satisfied? She just confessed to her crimes a second time. At least you have the guts to admit what you've done. I can at least respect that much.
Miss Pops, is what you said really the truth?
Yes, it is.
If that's the truth, it certainly isn't the whole truth. Because there's something that seems a bit too improbable in her confession. There we go. There are 5 statements, so let's press each one.
Hold it!
How well did you know the victim?
I've spoken with him only a few times at Lance's house.
A few times, that's it?
Yes.
If they only met a few times, I don't see how they could have trusted each other.
If you hardly ever talk, then how could he trust you not to steal his plan?
Not so fast! That's completely irrelevant. He was planning to betray her from the very beginning. Which is why he chose someone he wasn't especially close to. Isn't that right, Sheena?
Yes. However, Miss Decon made a very poor choice. In the end, he was killed by the one he intended to betray himself.
Ha! I bet you didn't see that one coming.
Holding Lance hostage.
Hold it!
You knew? How did you know something like that?
No, what should I do?
Okay, what's wrong with her now?
Come on. Is that obvious? You're making a scary face again. That's why. Why don't you try asking her in a nicer, more gentle way? Oh, stop it, Lauren. You're always like this. You always fall for the stern looking. That's why you always be unhappy. Or maybe that's it. She's been very bewitched by your icy glare.
Mind your business, Kay. Now then, Miss Pops, let's continue with your testimony.
Yes, of course.
Hold it!
Why did you believe that?
Anyone who knows Mr. Amano will think the same. I bet Lance is that old man's greatest treasure.
I suppose he would be to do a doting father like Amano.
I always figured that was it too. Wait, I always figured that was it too. Oh,
I just said it right.
and I always envious of Lance for it. Oh, because your dad's... I got this pendant from my father. And I believe that as long as I have this, I will find my father again someday. He'll welcome me into his arms, riding on the back of Pegasus.
That pendant. She must truly believe it to be the wings of Pegasus.
Hold it! You got the money.
Do you mind telling us a little bit more about the plan itself?
Well, first we captured Lance.
Oh, how'd you do that?
Well, Mr. Decon did that on his own, so I don't quite know. Here I thought you knew how to steal people away.
I shudder to think what she would do with that knowledge.
Sorry, I really don't know, but somehow Mr. Decon was able to contain him. All we had to do after was wait for the ransom to be paid, but... Mr. Decon turned on me and tried to kill me.
Hold it!
Why do you think he did?
I have no idea, but maybe he had planned on doing so from the very beginning. Miss Pops.
Wait, Mr. Decon planned to kill Miss Pops from the very beginning? Was that ever really likely to happen? What should I do? Should I raise an objection? I'm sorry, I don't think what you just claimed is all that likely.
Huh?
I don't think Mr. Decon would have ever been capable of killing you.
Why? We're total strangers. It's not uncommon for people to kill each other over money.
Miss Pops, you really are clueless, aren't you?
Well, what do you mean?
You never knew what your role in the kidnapping was, nor do you know who you really are. But I do, and I can show you with this piece of evidence. This proves that Mr. Decon wouldn't have been able to bring himself to kill Miss Pops.
Take that!
Why are you showing this to me?
What's so what about the pendant?
This pair of wings, along with this piece of evidence, shows who you really are.
Take that!
These two pendants resemble each other, wouldn't you agree?
Hey, you're right. They're the same color and they're even made of the same material.
I believe that these two pendants are actually one.
Huh?
Shall we give it a try?
Wow, it's totally Pegasus. Why? Why does my pendant match up with Mr. Decon's?
You're a smart lady. I'm sure you can imagine why that might be.
No, it can't be.
So the two make a set. It's just another trinket. It's not as though this changes everything.
You lack imagination, Agent Lang. Very well. I'll show you with this evidence. Wait, what? This is the piece of evidence that gives the meaning to the Pegasus pendant.
foreign D's engraved into the pendant. See that I wrote out her name first, but why just a D? Is this the result of poor planning? I guess. Well, at least I had to shorten my name. I can make it K Faraday. That way, even if you sound it out, it still say the name K Faraday. Suppose if I have to do the same, it will also be abbreviated as M Edgeworth. Hold on, I think you should abbreviate as ME. Get it? Who would have thought that this little pendant could start such a strange conversation? Not the gun. Oh, I didn't really. Many Mayan people carve their own names into the pendant. Oh, why would that be? You have no imagination, Mr. Edgeworth. Did you ever think that maybe people want to have their loved ones always nearby? It's not as if I had a wedding band, but I have no interest. I have no interest in accessorizing. I suppose. Anyway, you know what? More than wearing flashy accessories, I want to be engrave my name into every treasure I can find all around the world. A sign of affection is one thing, but blatant vandalizing is just a bit different. I'm gonna go with this. Take that! Paper. All of it thinking was just an alias for this man. His real name was Colin Devore. His name that is etched onto the horse pendant.
What? An alias?
I suppose he had to hide the fact that he was a felon somehow in order to live. And it makes sense given what is written in Mr. Devore's dossier. But what I really wanted to point out was this. This specific section is what reveals the true meaning behind those pendants. Take that! Mr. Devore had one daughter. And her name is Lauren Pomps. It's a lie! That person's not my father! He couldn't come out and tell you he was your father because he was hiding. However, I believe he was trying to secretly watch over you. Aww. You still believe that man like that could kill the daughter he was separated from? Or even that such a man will allow his daughter to get involved in a kidnapping plot?
Not so fast!
And what's so funny, Agent Lang?
You're good at making things up in your head and deciding it's the truth, aren't you?
What are you trying to say?
Your thinking is much too innocent. After all, I thought of another possibility.
Is that so? Well, let's hear it. Round 3.
I'll grant you that the two of them are father and daughter. But isn't it possible that they both knew that fact? It was no coincidence that the reunited pair become involved in the House of Mamano. And the two of them made good use of their meetings to plan this little kidnapping. Wouldn't you say my scenario is perfectly probable as well?
This is his version of how things might have been.
You don't have any proof that either one didn't know their true relationship, right?
You mean they knowingly committed the kidnapping as father and daughter?
That's right. As one really rotten family.
Is that really what happened? I'd better take a long, hard look at the evidence. Two of them are father and daughter. Isn't it possible that they both knew that fact? There was no coincidence that the reunited pair became involved in the House of Mana. Yet two of them made good use of their meetings to plan this little kidnapping. Wouldn't you say my scenario is perfectly probable as well? I remember, don't press X. Miss Mayor Lansamano, may I come see you again? You're below the file.
Precisely. And what father will ever willingly kill his own daughter?
Not so fast! I've seen a lot of things in my travels. And I can't tell you that being related by blood is sometimes proof of none.
Hold it! Help me with that. You think they knew?
Yeah, I don't think only the victim knew. I think the girl realized that as well. They both knew who the other person was, but they had to pretend that they didn't.
Because he was on the lam?
You got it! The victim couldn't exactly go around flaunting who he was. Furthermore, it was no coincidence that the reunited pair became involved in the House of Amano.
Hold it! One as a butler and one as a friend of the son, you mean?
They probably thought that was their best shot.
Is that what you honestly believe?
Of course. And two of them made good use of their means to plan their little kidnapping.
Hold it! You mean how they planned to commit the crime as blood relatives?
Can't you think of a better partner? They're certainly a clever pair.
Butler and the girlfriend. No one will ever suspect that they were in, fact, family.
Yes, from the very beginning, they painstakingly practiced those roles well. Wouldn't you say my scenario is perfectly probable as well?
Hold it! I believe you're being a bit too overconfident for someone with no evidence.
Am I? Because I don't see you presenting any evidence to the contrary.
Without evidence, we're stuck in a stalemate. Your learnings are wrong. This scenario is certainly a probable one.
Better hurry up and do something or Lauren's gonna wind up looking real bad.
I know, but first things first, is Agent Lang's line of logic actually correct? Did two of them really knowingly commit to the crime as father and daughter? Let's see. Let's see if the third statement with this works. No, it doesn't.
Not so fast! Sheena, the scroll of I prove you wrong. Yeah, La Zinc says, confidence is like a soul, and words without confidence are but empty shells. You shouldn't waste your breath on words you have no confidence in, Mr. Prosecutor. Although it's just as bad as someone saying something in full confidence and be wrong.
You going to let him lecture you about your self-confidence like that?
I don't need to be overflowing with self-confidence. I just need to think rationally. So I need to be confident in the facts. Okay, let's see.
Objection!
Not this one.
Not so fast! Sheena, the scroll again! Damn it, I got it!
Oh, gotta go through all this again. Okay, so... Oh boy.
Objection!
Oh boy. Okay, let's think about it. Too bad we can't press all. Which evidence presents it? I've seen a lot of things on my travel. The second one. The second one, no confidence in the rename. Let's see, two of them make their use. A second statement, more likely new.
Objection! Not so fast!
Wait, what? Oh. Oh no. Here we go again. The facts and
Objection!
oh boy, this is yes, load that. Okay. I don't think it's the paper. Sorry. I think the only possibility is what other evidence we got? Zeke, his dozer cannot be the one. So oh boy, this is a hard one. Pair of wings. It's a rather nice aspect to it. I was going to talk about the shape K.
Oh, is that what you're talking about? But you know, if we're talking about wing shape, I bet the brooch on my scarf is way cooler.
Well, that's not made of platinum silver, is it?
Damn me, okay? So I'm sorry that's not made of expensive stuff.
She made that by herself? It's incredibly well crafted.
Objection!
You're gonna have to. Ah. This is a hard one. What else is there? Tried this. I don't think it's dependent. Like, wait.
Objection!
Nope, fíjate. I'm just guessing right now.
The lodge so badly need repair that you might as well throw it out too.
Ouch.
Here's the real deal. Your courtroom mannerisms are worthless at a crime scene. You dare insult to the courts?
This is honestly a bit of a hard one. You're the main good user, the main using. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Is it the stolen costume?
Objection!
Ah! It took me a while. Well, this kidnapping wasn't planned by just two people alone.
And what kind of proof do you have of that?
Quite simply, there were 3 kidnappers.
Really?
Yep, 3. 4 costumes were stolen from the Wild Wild West area's back room. We found one of them in the kidnapper's hideout. But as for the other 3, we could assume they were being worn by 3 different people. We also found a set of 3 cups and 3 folding chairs that were used in the hideout. It all clearly points to the 3-man group. And I believe this 3rd person is the real mastermind behind the kidnapping.
Who? Who is this mastermind?
I present to you the brains behind the kidnapping. It's not Ernest. It's not Gumshoe. Oh, do we get a scene if it's K? don't think it can't be. No, it's not Meekins. It's not. Well, Oliver's the victim, so I don't think so. Escape from kidnapper's hideout. What does that mean?
Take that! Lance Amano?
Yes. This abduction was in fact schemed by Lance himself. Recall what he said when he appeared before us.
Did you see the faces of your kidnappers?
No, I didn't see their faces, but two. One was a woman. However, there were 3 kidnappers, which is a direct contradiction to what he said. But I know I only saw 2 people.
This guy is being held hostage. It's possible he couldn't see all 3 of them.
Yes. About when you were being held. I have my doubts about what happened then. Lance, would you mind telling us what happened while you were being held captive? I don't really remember much anymore, honest. But if I don't tell you at least something, you won't believe me at all, will you? Lance's testimony. I was kidnapped yesterday morning. They had me shut in that room blindfolded the entire time. The kidnappers suddenly disappeared around the time and I heard rain falling outside. My hands were cuffed. But it was a stroke of luck that they left me alone. I made my escape and ran from the room that fast as I could. Wait a minute, what was that sprite? What was that sprite that Lance had? The underground passageway, I presume.
Are you okay?
Sorry, I really didn't want to recall that horrible ordeal, but now you believe me, right? No, not quite yet. Can't you not? Why don't you look at me with icy daggers in your eyes? You see his eyes? Look! Those eyes have shades of like hatred.
Because he's a prosecutor, and because they're all like that.
I have you know, Agent Lang, a prosecutor's eyes aren't for discerning the truth. And should they be interpreted to be cruel at times, then so be it. There is a sticking point to Lance's testimony. Let's see what he offers up when I push a little.
Hold it!
The kidnappers disappeared? The room fell into a sudden silence. I had been left behind like a wanted mutt. What do you mean by unwanted mutt? Well, pointless question. It's not like he's gonna tell you anything new, you know? It's a poetic simile. You should learn how to use them too. You may look refined on the outside, but it's no good if you're not refined on the inside as well.
Hold it!
How did you manage to escape? I wanted to just get out of here, but the door leading outside was locked, which is why I had to use the underground passageway to make my escape. I remember our escape to be equally as hard. This is an individual piece of testimony I must have let go examine. The door leading outside was locked tight, so I had to use the underground passageway. Are you sure?
Objection!
Are you really sure? You said that the door leading out was locked, but was it really? Wow. Broken down immediately.
We're talking about that room behind the saloon front, right? Look, I heard it took quite a few men to get that thing open. Right, Sheena?
Yes, that is correct.
Then take a look at this.
What is that, a sword? It's not especially reliable one if it's broken like that.
Allow me to start from the end. My conclusion is that the door was never locked. It was simply held shut by this sword, which is used to jam the handle. Lance, even though your hands were cuffed together, you could still use them. If that's the case, then why did you not just simply remove the sword and escape?
Why did I? It was the sword tape. Yes, I said I didn't notice it.
As if I should accept such a bold-faced lie. You locked yourself in that room because you had to make yourself look like the victim. But you did not, in fact, possess the key to the door. That's why you used a prop sword to improvise and create a prison of your very own.
Knuckle back! You've been making this guy out to be one of the kidnappers for some time now. I wonder if you've forgotten something very important along the way.
And what would that be?
A motive. What else? You honestly think that an uptight, pure boy like him would hatch up a completely pointless scheme such as kidnapping himself?
Objection!
This proves that Lance did indeed have a motive to commit his crime. Viola has come back to haunt him.
Take that!
To put it simply, Lance had a very urgent need for money. This is hardly your typical love letter. It is in fact a collections bill. It appears our upstanding boy has accumulated quite a debt. Isn't that right, Lance?
Looks like it's hard being the son of a rich man too. Must be rough when you had to resort to stealing from your own man. Your own old man, huh?
Alright, I give up. I'm just myself.
Lance!
It's alright, Lolly. In this life, we really are bound to our fates after all. All I wanted was to go with you to a new town somewhere where no one would know us. I want us to be well off with that 1 million, but now that dream is over.
Oh, Lance!
Then you're giving yourself up? Yes, I had planned to run away from this world with my Lolly. Oliver even helped us with the plan, but then he had to go and stab us in the back. He turned on you? Maybe he didn't want to split the ransom money, that's my guess. It happened almost right after you made the drop-off. When we were alone, he attacked me all of a sudden. After a brief struggle, I was able to contain him, keep him under control. We left him inside that room as Lolly and I made our escape. We wore different costumes and split up. Lolly left first in the blue badger costume. That would mean the person Officer Meekin saw was Miss Pops. Alright then, the old man just had to wake up. He was careless and he tackled me pretty hard from behind. Then Oliver put up a bad badger costume, took the suitcase with $1 million and ran. I contacted Lolly right away and warned her that he had a gun. They had no idea that they were related, so I thought that it could only end badly.
Still don't believe that person was not my father! Because if he was,
Lolly, then it really was you? Come on, stupid women, say it. That was Lance was saying that. That is definitely what Lance would say. Oh, yes. Time to prove that she's not the killer. Chain of events.
that man was not my father. I mean, because at the stadium, there was a bad badger pulling the suitcase with $1 million in it. That badger pointed his gun at me, aiming to shoot me dead. That's why I used the gun I got from Lance. There was a gunshot. The other person crumpled to the ground and I ran, scared for my life.
I think the big picture is finally coming into focus, don't you?
Lolly, forgive me. I didn't think it would turn into something so frightening. If only I could have protected you. Ugh.
So Miss Pops, she saw her own dad without even knowing who he really was.
If what she says is true,
Are you saying she's lying? Why would she lie about something like that? What purpose would it serve?
You would be surprised at how often people lie without even realizing themselves, Kay.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
What I mean is, listen very carefully to her confession once more and you'll see. Lauren, or Pops, I'm just gonna call Lauren. Lauren had the blue badger outfit, so let me see something. Pulling the staircase with a $1 million in it. That badger pointing his gun at me, aiming to shoot me dead. That's why I used the gun I got from Lance. I don't know if I should present or press first. Let's say first.
Is that the missing ball gun?
What about it?
Mr. Edwards, sir, I don't think you pulled out the right piece of evidence. One of us subordinate there, so willing to point out his boss's mistake. I'm sure you will refrain from excessive talking. I'll try, sir.
Okay.
Objection! It's not that?
Huh? Where?
It's not polite to confuse poor, helpless girls, Mr. Prosecutor. So you have something significant to add. Stuff that jab of yours in your mouth.
It's a craving that I have a fascist statement, not gag.
The bad badger point is gonna mean.
Objection!
Okay, I'm loading. I'm loading. We're gonna try this again. Why am I dropping that many bars? I just realized I dropped so much frame from that. Where did I drop frames from? Gosh. Okay, take. Let's see.
Hold it!
That was the ransom money, wasn't it?
Yes, that's how I was able to identify Mr. Deacon almost immediately. Thanks to what Lance told me.
And what did he tell you?
Well, he called me on my cell phone and told me that Mr. Deacon had betrayed us and had run off with the ransom money. And about how he had a gun. That badger point.
Hold it!
Were you able to clearly see the gun?
Yes, I got a very good look at it while it was pointing at me. Oh, Father, why would you try to shoot me?
You really think a father would shoot his own daughter, Miss Edgeworth? Like, I don't know.
I don't want to believe it myself. It's true, my father's left arm was raised with a gun in it. Pointed straight at me, that I'm about to die, I thought.
It's Pops. Please calm down and take a deep breath. And then, would you allow to please me hear that last statement one more time?
Yes, of course.
Hold it!
And you felt your life was in danger, correct?
Yes, I'm about to die, I thought. So...
You shot Mr. Decon.
Miss Pops. Yes, I shot him.
And that is how they say is that.
You're lying. Miss Pops is far from done. She hasn't even finished her testimony yet.
You're going to continue questioning her? What a waste of time.
Miss Pops, if you please.
All right.
Hold it! What? Did you take off immediately following the gunshot?
Yes.
Didn't you attempt to approach the victim at all after we shot?
I was scared. I don't blame you. I would have done the exact same thing. Poor Miss Pops. What would become of her, Miss Edgeworth?
You seem to be telling the truth regarding what happened at the stadium. However, I don't believe it to be absolutely correct. Listen very carefully to her confession one more time and you'll see.
That badger pointed a gun at me and was left hand at me, aiming to shoot me dead.
I feel the third is the right, but
What would mean the She was the blue badger. Pointing his left hand at me, aiming to shot me dead. Is it the? Should we show the blue badger 5 bullets again? No.
nope. Oh boy. What do you mean?
Father David. The last thing. Ahead, that's the map. Badge photo rally. And there's this. Oh. Oh.
Objection!
Her father's right-handed. Well. I didn't expect that. I really gotta look back at evidence. I have here a dose of on your father. According to this, your father was right-handed.
Then.
Wait a minute. The person pointing the gun at you from atop the stage was not Mrs. Deacon.
Knuckle fast! Hold on there, Mr. Prosecutor. I think you need to take a refresher course. Badger had an attack model gun attached to his right hand, which is why the only hand he could have held, the real gun, was his left. Isn't it possible that it went down like that?
Agent Lang, were you paying attention to what Miss Pops was saying? Then again, I suppose I can't expect something who has never set foot in court to catch it.
Enough with the smugness. Out of it already!
Miss Pop told us earlier.
A bad badger put in a suitcase with $1 million in it.
According to you, the Bad Badger had a gun in his left hand, which would mean that he was pulling the suitcase with his right hand. Is that correct, Miss Pops?
Yes, exactly. I'm sure it was the Bad Badger. He has those huge sunglasses on his face.
Well, if that's the case, even I can see there's a huge contradiction.
Yes. Miss Pops claims to have seen the real Bad Badger, and yet the Bad Badger had both his hands full. These two pieces of information contradict each other, so one must be wrong. Both are correct? They are both correct.
Impossible. That just leaves us with an irresolvable contradiction.
Miss Pops' entire statement results on the fact that she saw his sunglasses and beard. But what if the Bad Badger wasn't wearing pants on his lower half? This proves that there was a way the Bad Badger freely used both his hands. Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh. Is that the costume, missing model gun, or the Bad Badger Bible? Let's start with the head. Take that! Causes are two parts in them, a head and a body.
Oh, I get it now.
The head Miss Pops saw was probably really the head. Oh, Ezra's looking this way. Was probably the head of the Bad Badger. However, it is not possible that the body that was that of an entirely different badger.
A different badger?
Yes, or put it more bluntly, I believe it was the lower half of this badger. Body of the badger Miss Pops really saw. What the heck? Really saw belonged to this badger. Wait, it could be any. Wait, no, it's not the pink one. So, is that the blue badger or is that the blue badger or the proto badger? I think it might have to be. No wait. She was wearing the blue badger outfit. The pink badger was stolen, so it gotta be the take that proto badger.
What? The heck is this?
It is the Proto Badger.
Yes, and it's a simple matter of process of elimination. Miss Pops was wearing the blue badger's costume, so we can eliminate that one. And the pink badger is of the wrong color, which would have been incredibly obvious. All that left is the proto badger costume. Miss Pops, who was the one who wore the proto badger costume?
That would be Lance.
Oh, what's with the eyes?
Not so fast! Are you saying what I think you are? That Lanzamano domed the Bad Badger's head and pretending to be Mr. Decon? On top of which he plotted to shoot Miss Pops while wearing that hideous thing?
The stage that was set up in the stadium was nothing more than a setup. A setup. And its purpose was to lead Miss Pops into believing that she had committed murder. Standing there in front of Miss Pops and pretending to be the victim. It was all done so that she would pull the trigger.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
What exactly I have to do all that, huh?
There is but one reason. Lanzamano, you are the real culprit behind the murder of Mr. Oliver Deacon.
What?
No!
That's slander. That's slander. You take it back right now.
Just out of curiosity, Lance, which is your dominant hand?
I'm left-handed. What does that have to do with anything?
It depends. According to Miss Pops, her attacker held a gun in his left hand.
Knuckle back! Ha! Who is it? One-handed doesn't prove a thing. And besides, now you're just being absurd. It's not like the Proto Badger is bulletproof. One misfire and he would have found himself dead, right?
Objection! Of course. Logically, if he had been shot, he probably wouldn't be here with us. But I believe he had through that as well, and prepared accordingly. And this should be all the evidence you need. This is how Lance made sure that he wouldn't be hit by a bullet. Oh. A model. Take that! We found one half of the Bad Badger's costume in the hideout. A broken one. It was not the same one that the victim was wearing. Plus, it was missing something. And that something is the model gun that the Bad Badger carries, which can fire blanks.
What?
Miss Pops, where is the gun you use now?
I threw it away into the sea.
That makes it a bit tough to verify what it is. Although I believe that we can safely assume that it was the model gun in question.
Knuckle back! I've heard enough. All of you been spouting so far is pure conjecture.
I admit that as long as the model gun is lost to us, I can't prove I'm right. However, I can say the possibility that I am right is very high.
Okay, let's pretend that you're right, and that the murder at the stadium was a fabrication. In that case, where do you think the murder really took place, Mr. Prosecutor?
I don't know yet.
Ha! I knew you were full of it.
However, I do believe that the murder took place during an earlier time frame. Hold it.
Please wait a second. It's simply not possible. Because I saw Mr. Decon after he was restrained by Lance.
She saw the victim in the state of being restrained? What did Miss Pop saw?
I came back to the hideout long after the other two. By that time, Lance had already subdued and restrained Mr. Decon. He had tied Mr. Decon securely to the beam in the room next door. After that, the two of us put our costumes on and make our escape.
So Mr. Decon must have escaped after the two of you left, right?
We thought it'd attract too much attention if we left together, so I left first. We planned to meet up again at the stage in the stadium. But then, as I was walking through the park, I got a call from Lance on my cell phone.
Oliver managed to escape. It looked like he was waiting until I was alone. He also stole a gun from me at that time.
And then, the murder happened. Mr. Decon must have overheard their plan to meet up at the stage. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, Miss Pop saw the victim with her own eyes. Which means that the victim was still alive at that time, wouldn't you agree?
Why does that sound wrong to me? Because it is. There must be something amiss about this account. Let's see what happens when I examine it in more detail.
By that time, Lance had already subdued and restrained Mr. Decon.
Hold it! How did Lance look at that time?
He looked shocked. He also looked a little down. When I saw that sadness in his eye,
Thank you. That's enough for now. And what of Mr. Decon? What was his situation like? Hold it! This part we gotta figure out. You are sure that was Mr. Decon you saw?
Yes, I'm certain of what I saw.
Did you go into the other room to check?
Lance said that it's best if I didn't get too close to him. Lance, he's such a kind soul.
And then you're telling me that you did not confirm that it was Mr. Decon for yourself?
I checked through the split in the door that separates the two rooms. He had a bad badger's head on it, so I'm absolutely sure. That just had to be Mr. Decon.
She saw a bad badger head? Do I present this?
Objection!
Yep. Wait, I forgot the his. Wait.
The captain had that bad badger's head on, so I'm absolutely sure.
Oh. Miss Pops, the person you saw was not Mr. Decon at all.
Huh?
The person you actually saw was this person.
It's not Kay. It's not Lance.
It's.
Miles Edgeworth.
It was me.
Huh? The person I saw was you, Miss Edgeworth?
I always thought it was a bit odd. Why would the kidnappers abducted me? Even after I handed over the ransom. It's not as though I saw the face of the kidnappers. If I were them, I would just have taken $1 million and ran. But in the end, there was a point to it all. It was to make me look like Mr. Decon. And that was the reason for which I was abducted. And I believe we can assume that the victim was already dead at the time. Well, that's, am I right? That's, You show Miss Pops a person, namely me, with Bad Badger's head on. And then, they just costume escape together. Or so you pretended.
What do you mean he pretended?
Exactly that. I believe Lance would watch you escape, and then double back to the hideout. Probably to come and remove the Bad Badger head from my unconscious self. And to create his fake prison with Prop's sword, he then escaped via the passageway.
Knuckle back! Hold your tongue, boy. Don't get caught in that tidal wave of words coming out of the Mr. Prosecutor's mouth.
Tidal wave.
We've heard a lot coming out of you, but I've yet to see a shred of evidence. The victim's betrayal and subsequent detainment. All of that could have happened while you were out cold. That's right. You were out for quite a while, Mr. Prosecutor.
Even if that was the case, Miss Pops would still have seen me tied to that beam.
I was scared of Mr. Decon, so I didn't go to the next room. So I really had no idea you were in there or not, Miss Edgeworth.
You see, it was seen that you can't prove a thing.
Hold it.
Who said that?
Please wait. Mr. Amano? Mr. Amano?
Oh, Miles, my boy! It seems like you were really giving it your all. Now, Lance, it's not going to cause trouble for the others.
Father!
Let's see. You're the one in charge of the investigation, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry that my son has been nothing but trouble. This probably won't make out for anything, but I have some evidence for you.
Oh? Do you now?
Is that what I think it is?
It's the Bad Badger costume the victim was wearing. And a gun.
I couldn't wait around for the police, so I went and found these myself. It appears they were disposed of in the sea.
Is there no one in this country who actually obeys the law?
There. No. Angeline, please calm down.
What the heck is this? Is that scrap of paper?
This appears to be the letter from the chief of police. Please allow Mr. Amano complete freedom to do as he sees fit. It says,
What? The chief of police? What the? So what do you think he... Who does he think he is?
The person who wields the highest authority in this area.
There. No. There is no need to be such upset.
I'm not a cop from this land, so I'm not bound by the laws of your country.
No. This wasn't meant to be a strong arm into anything. It's just a request. Otherwise, if you please respect the laws of the land.
Really can't say no to that. However, returning to the topic at hand, it doesn't matter who found the evidence. Its value remains unchanged. Alright, now let's take a look at this new evidence.
I already got the results back. I had a special forensic research lab that I'm on good terms with conduct these tests. They verified that the blood in this costume belonged to Oliver. As for the gun, the only fingerprints they could have found were yours, Lauren.
What?
You disappoint me, Miles. I can't believe that you would cause my son such stress and heartache. Why, Miles, my boy, why? Because I was able to find the final pieces of evidence. With this, you have no reason to push on my poor boy around.
That's it. These are the case-making pieces of evidence? Ha! I'll be the judge of that. I won't rest until I inspect every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. What's this? It looks like there's something inside the costume's head. Hey, they sparkle. I bet they're really valuable. Sorry, but they're just pieces of a mirror. But why are they in here? Mirror fragments. They were found inside the victim's costume. Why were they in the first place? Interesting. Wait a minute, what's this? This bullet hole. It looks kind of burnt out the edges. Burnt out, they say. Interesting. Really interesting. Wait, those burn marks were left by the gunpowder. This is the most important fact. Why is that? Because it's proof that the victim was shot at a point-blank range. Victim's costume updated. Worn at the time of the shooting. Gunpowder burn is proof he was shot from point blank. Could this gun be the actual murder weapon? Revolver used to kill Deacon was originally stolen from the guard by victim during escape.
Well, are these not the most definitive pieces of evidence you've ever seen?
Oh, thank you, Father. Thank you, Dad. Papa.
This should be over enough to convince even Miles Edgeworth over here. Oh! Decisive evidence! Okay. The mirror fragments and the revolver. They found Miss Pops' fingerprints on this gun. Can you let me hold it for a second? I shouldn't if you don't know how to handle it. Besides, Miss Pops' prints are on it. Look, I'm wearing gloves. It'll be okay. I just want to take a look. That's all. It's not like I'm going to run off with it. The only things I don't return are treasures. Stealing either one will land you in jail, you know. Huh? We can't look at it. Interesting. There's no mistake. There are fingerprints on that murderous gun. It proved that it was Lolly who killed Oliver. But Oliver was also after Lolly's life. So Mr. Edgeworth, even if you must see that Lolly was only acting in self-defense. That was it? The fingerprints on the weapon, huh? Oh no, this isn't helpful at all. Look, Mr. Edgeworth. All I wanted to do is save Lolly. But in the end, All I can do is watch on as she takes the punishment for her crimes.
That may be all you can do. However, I still have a case to solve and a job to do. A job of unraveling your insidious lie.
You ruined me. You wouldn't believe me, even in the face of all this evidence.
Decisive evidence.
No, make no mistake. There are fingerprints on that murderous gun.
Press button. Those fingerprints, are you sure they belong to Miss Pops?
There's no mistake about it. All my connections, I have a best forensic technology. Techniques money can buy and perform.
I find it to be quite peculiar.
Huh? Are you trying to pick an argument with me?
Should I raise an objection? Don't for now. How should we see how this pans out first?
Hold it!
Let's see. You sure I call for someone who's accusing his own girlfriend for murder?
You had it all wrong. Allowing you to pay the price. It's a form of love. She says that she also wants to pay back her debt to society, but...
No.
Hold it!
And why do you believe that the victim was set on taking Mrs. Pop's life?
I suppose it's because he wanted to silence her. To keep her quiet, because she knows the truth behind the kidnapping.
In that case, why did he not target you as well?
That's because he knew that if he killed me, he would have been able to take control of my father.
Right you are, even if it cost me millions, I would have found the kill found.
I believe he didn't kill you for an entirely different reason. Alright, I digress.
Look, more than that, why didn't he kill me? I'm worried about what happened to Lolly. So, Mr. Edward, you see that Lolly must be only acting self-defense. Hold it!
Justifies self-defense. I suppose that is a possibility given the circumstances.
Really? Oh, thank goodness.
However, self-defense was not necessary in this case.
What do you mean?
Miss Pops is innocent. She didn't do anything. Why would she need to defend herself from nothing?
You still don't believe a word I say, do you?
The entire argument hinges on the fact that her fingerprints are on the gun. However, the truth does not lie there. It lies in wherever he's hiding from me, but not for long. Let's see if we...
Hold it!
Ah, wait! Don't raise an objection first. This is just in case it's safe.
Hold it!
Okay, now let's raise an objection. Let's try it. Frankly, I don't believe that Miss Pop's print should be on that gun to begin with. And the reason why Miss Pop's print should not be on the gun is...
Take that!
With this piece of
Which piece is that?
Okay, this is what I speak of. Your logic is so hard to follow, you should provide a map.
Nope.
Hold it!
Raise an objection. Not the badge. The revolver.
Take that!
Oh gosh. Ah. I feel like maybe there's a fault. I should have.
Hold it!
All right, let's take 2. Raise an objection. Wait. Is it the...
Take that!
Ah, it is! It's simply not possible for Miss Pops to have left any prints on the murder weapon. Because while she was at the stadium, Miss Pops was wearing a costume. Huh?
There's been no mistake! We found fingerprints!
Well, Miss Pops, do you remember touching the gun at all at any time?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I did hold it for a bit in the hideout. I handed it off to Mr. Decon when he and Lance left for the haunted house.
To retrieve the ransom money, I suppose. And there you have it. That's when Miss Pops' prints found her way onto the gun. Do you understand now, Mr. Amano? The fingerprints do nothing to prove that Miss Pops is the murderer. But you still don't have any proof. Need to prove that she isn't the killer, right? You seem very adamant about insisting that your girlfriend is a cold-blooded killer.
Oh, Lance.
What? No way. I'm incredibly worried about her. My girlfriend. How dare you kill me?
But that doesn't change the fact that you don't have any evidence, right? That's where you're wrong. I have the evidence.
What? How?
The story that Miss Pops killed the victim at the stage in the stadium. The whole affair is simply not true because that was not the real crime scene, but a setup. Save. This proves that the real murder weapon was not committed at the stadium at all. This proves that the real murder weapon was not committed at the stadium at all.
Take that!
It's not effective.
Mr. Prosecutor, I have to rate that piece of logic a 0 out of 10. 0!
It's a 6.8 out of 10. Let's remain calm and think clearly. The murder did not happen at the stadium. Oh! Wait a minute. Oh, I read that wrong.
Take that!
The mirror fragments. This piece of evidence proved that the real crime scene is not in fact the stadium.
Mr. Prosecutor.
It's not that. You're not there. Wait. This proves that the real...
Take that!
Costume. Oh, okay, it is. Let's take another good look at the costume the victim was wearing. Then I believe you will see why I insist he was not shot at the stadium. This part of the costume that proves it. Wait. Oh. Got.
Take that!
If you look in this area, all will become clear.
This area? You really think that's so back?
Oh. I saw right through him. Also, it was a hole.
Take that!
The burnout on this bullet hole was made when the victim was shot at point blank range.
Huh? So do you mean the murder Miss Olbach saw at the stadium really was...
Yes, she saw 2 people. They were separated by a distance. If the victim was indeed shot from below the stage, there should have been gunpowder burn.
Look at you, Mr. Smarty Pants Prosecutor. Since you seem to know all the answers, why not tell us where the real crime scene is then?
That set me up to look like Mr. Decom back. Lance has sent me up to look like Mr. Decom back in the hideout. If that's the case, then the murder weapon must have happened prior to that. The location where Lance and the victim were just before I was in prison was. Got it! I know the real scene of the murder! The real location in which Mr. Decom was killed is here. Take that! I think it's not unreasonable to assume that the murder took place in the haunted house.
The haunted house?
Yes, and I have proved that it's highly likely that the victim was killed there. What proves that the real scene was killed? Take that! These were inside the costume the victim was wearing. They're fragments of a mirror.
A mirror? And what does that have to do with anything?
Indeed. You don't exactly expect to find pieces of a mirror inside a costume.
Yeah, that's actually pretty dangerous.
However, there is one place I can think of where there is a plethora of mirror fragments. And that is the haunted house. Lance Romano, I propose that you killed Mr. Decom with a revolver in the haunted house. After that, you stole the Blue Badger mobile to move his body to the Wild Wild West area. The timing of when the Blue Badger mobile was stolen confirms this as a fact.
Marva boy, you say no more. Say no more.
I'm sorry, Mr. Romano, but I cannot do that.
Not so fast! Be quiet!
Just please do something. Stop that boy from speaking any more nonsense.
There's a matter correct. I meant you. Now be quiet, Gramps.
How dare you?
I don't need words. The only thing I require is evidence. Decisive evidence. And to call these mirrors bits decisive is a bit too presumptuous, Mr. Prosecutor.
What?
Sheena, wasn't there a mirror in the kidnapper's hideout?
Yes, there was a mirror there. A mirror that's for the haunted house.
You see, isn't it possible the fragments got into the costume there?
But Agent Lang, there was no fragments on the floor, so the possibility is very low.
Not so fast! Probability? Lanzi says, one truth's passed. The word probability does not exist. The only thing that does is definitive proof. The question, Mr. Prosecutor, is, do you have the definitive proof you need?
Ms. Ashworth, do you? Do I have solid evidence that proves the murder took place at the haunted house? The answer is no.
See? Since you don't have any evidence, shut up!
I don't have any evidence yet, but I'm certain the murder occurred around the time I turned the ransom over. At that time, the only people at the haunted house besides myself were Lance and Mr. Decom. If I can prove that the murder took place at the haunted house, then I can prove Lance's guilt in connection to the murder.
What now, Miss Ashworth?
Agent Lang, I have a special request.
Yeah?
I'd like to prove to you that the scene of the crime was indeed the haunted house.
Why in the world are you asking the werewolf for permission?
Because I don't really have a choice. If I want to find the truth,
Alright, permission granted. But you're not to touch a single thing, got it?
that won't be a problem. All that's the point is, to me, is the thing, is that the truth be brought to light. It doesn't matter by who or how it's done, as long as it is.
Sheena!
I'm here.
Put the paperwork for the authorization immediately.
Understood. I'll go get the Gatewater Group's approval.
Hold it.
Who was that?
No. Let's hold on for a second. Those will need to obtain approval.
Mr. Amano?
Major Lang, if you please take a look at this.
What is this? Sheena!
It's the deed to the haunted house.
The tea.
Read it out loud.
Gay Waterland Inc. Gay Waterland Incorporated hereby bequeaths the property known as the haunted house to Mr. Amano for the lump sum of 1 million, paid in full in cash.
What?
As you can see, I'm not the legal owner of the haunted house.
Are you kidding? When did you?
I ran to the all of the park earlier. We made a deal almost immediately. How quickly things move when you can prepare $1 million in the blink of an eye.
That's $1 million you paid. Don't tell me it was.
Well, that's right. This disgusting suitcase belongs to you, doesn't it? I don't have any more use for it. You may have it back now.
You used the ransom money?
My Lance is a good boy. I even apologized for the kidnapping bit earlier. So I do believe that I will forgive him. After all, he did return the ransom money. That's the way things are. So if you please discuss things with me from now on.
Discuss? What is there to discuss?
Well, I permission to enter the haunted house, of course.
While we were busy listening to Lance's story, Mr. Amano was up there permitting us.
Permission to search the house is denied. End the discussion. It's a line. I want you to watch that girl. And Miles, you should hurry on home now, my boy. Before I really lose my temper.
So Amano definitely has a deck stack in his favor here.
Should I do? I leave it like this. The truth will be lost forever. Oh. We're going. 4:27 p.m. Gateway Land Main Gate. Yeah, I've got lots of new evidence. And I think that's everyone. Can't get permission to investigate the crime scene, then the truth would be lost.
Hold it!
Okay?
Miss Edgeworth, what are you doing speaking now? Have you forgotten? There's only one thing you should do at a time like this.
And what is that?
When the people are in a bind, the hero justice appear to save the day. Look, you just leave it to me. For I am Kei Faraday, the second of the great Yanagarasu.
But I thought you were a thief, not a hero.
Yanagarasu is a noble, and is always a thief of justice.
That's... of course.
If we have enough information, I can recreate the inside of the haunted mansion with this. Plus, if we factor in everyone's testimony,
You can recreate exactly what happened when I dropped off the ransom money. We may be able to figure out some new information through this. It's worth a try. I did not meant to hit the button. Major Lang.
So you want to use your little toy? Be my guest.
okay, hang on. You're all about to witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood.
Let's have the gumshoe. Is there a copy of the haunted house blueprints among the police reference documents?
Yes, sir.
No, wait.
Yes, sir. We got just in case we need for the kidnapping case.
All right, and put the haunted house dead on, then.
What is this? Where are we? I'm about to have a lash! My old heart couldn't take it.
Where are we?
It's like we're
Oh, wait. It's like we're inside the haunted house. We can't expect the relocation inside. Half of the troop slumbers here. If I successfully navigate my way using logic, I'll ultimately arrive at the truth. Now then, I believe I'm ready to investigate the crime scene.
Okay, what should I recreate first?
You haven't figured it out yet?
Maybe I haven't. But I'm going to make you do all the hard work.
Very real. I would like to inspect the moment in which I was ambushed by my abductor. The two of them were definitely in this place at that time. If I can verify that, it may provide me with a new lead. Okay. I just come out to the hallway, leaving. I had just come out into the hallway after leaving the money inside the dining room. At that time, I saw a badger slump over on the floor at the end of the hall.
Hey, what was the badger doing all the way down there?
I also thought it's strange. However, I thought that maybe there was simply a mannequin that was set there for atmosphere.
Do you know which badger it was?
No, it was too dark to tell. All I saw was its silhouette.
In that case, I guess I'll just program a badger silhouette for now. Okay, programming complete.
Then I saw her walking towards the exit.
And that's when you struck from behind, right?
Yes.
That's odd. The hallway is a dead end. Where did your assailant come from?
There's only one location I can think of. I believe my assailant was lying in waiting here.
Take that!
That doll I saw wasn't really a doll. Really a doll. It was in fact a costume kidnapper.
I also used a costume as a perfect camouflage to blend in with the rest of the house.
Precisely. He waited until I had made the drop off and was about to leave. And just as he saw me take a step towards the exit, he stood and launched his attack. I can think of no better hiding place than this.
Hey, not bad. I'm beginning to think I should steal this tactic for myself.
Just don't use it to do anything criminal, okay? Well, that's... What are you asking me for? As one of the kidnappers, I figured I should give you a chance to confess first. I was one of the kidnappers, but I don't know anything. I did come with the haunted house, but never set foot inside. I left Oliver in charge of picking up the ransom money. He didn't set foot inside. Is he telling the truth or is this another lie? Alright, then you're claiming that it was Mr. Decon who assaulted me. Yes, I'm sure it was him.
Okay, putting the new info now. Mr. Decon was the bad badger, right? Since the bad badger had a gun attached to his right hand, I had to change it so the weapon is in his left hand.
I want to verify the facts of this recollection. Begin haunted house. Okay. When you take a look around, it almost feels like more of a haunted house of mirrors. Indeed, who has ever heard of this many mirrors inside a haunted house before?
Well, at least we know this is the real crime scene thanks to the mirror shards.
Ah, like a mirror shard haunted house hybrid. This place is full of mirrors.
Hey, wait, these shards, there's something different about them.
Oh?
The ones we found earlier are thicker than the shards from these mirrors on this wall. And look, there's some sort of design on the back, too.
Pieces from the costume are certainly different from the other mirrors. What does this mean? Could it mean that our pieces are not pieces of these mirrors? glancing over and seeing this figure sitting here as I left the dining room.
I guess I got spot on when I put it here in my recollection.
I didn't take a good look, but I'm sure there was a badger here.
How's little thing? Totally fine recreating the crime scene. All that's left is more info. No, I can't believe I'm replicating a haunted house. And now we're talking about the fate of $1 million. Pretty exciting stuff.
I can't say I understand what's so exciting about recreating a crime scene. In any case, I believe it's very probable that the murder occurred at this place. And if I can prove that, then we will finally arrive at the truth.
Yay, so what are you waiting for? Let's get investigating.
Give me a second, I'm gonna hydrate. Different from the mirrors on the walls, very thick and has a design on the back.
I imagine this is how he snuck up on you.
That gadget of yours even can replicate people's movements?
Well, it's used for plan heists, so of course it gotta be able to simulate the police.
It's definitely very well made. Perhaps too well made. Maybe I should confiscate it after the investigation. Pieces of a set of armor are in a pile here.
Why do you think they almost always have sets of armor inside haunted houses?
I suppose the sort of interior design is meant to bring out a sense of abnormalcy.
Why do all your explanations have to be so hard to understand, Mr. Edgeworth? I'll try and explain it again, but this time, so that even a thief like me can get it.
That may prove to be the most difficult task. Miss Pulse, by my hand, will you prove your innocence in the murder of Mr. Deacon? Therefore... Oh, wait. Therefore, please don't fret. It will soon be over. You not trust me?
That's it. Your face is all beat red, Miss Pop. No, I can't. I have Lance.
Lolly, don't tell me you like a guy more like me. My heart broken.
That's... Oh, I'm so pathetic. I'm so easily swayed by a single glance.
What exactly is she going on about?
I think you have another guilty person on your hands, Miss Edgeworth.
You can lie all you want, but all be for naught, Lance. As soon as I spoke the truth, you will be placed under arrest. How can you do this after all my dad has done for you? What your father has done for me is unrelated to the charges you face now. Unbelievable.
You know, you sound kind of a bully right now, Miss Edgeworth.
If I'm not serious about this, he will never understand the true gravity of his crimes. I'm not allowed to remain a child forever.
Haha, now you sound like a dad.
Miles, my boy! What's the meaning of this? How dare you almost give me a heart attack with this this technology? How dare you? Do you plan to pay me back for all I've done for you with the conviction of my son?
I have not forgotten my debt to you. However, your son's crimes are a separate matter. Further, I can't ignore the truth when it's right before me.
You will regret this, I promise you that!
No matter the outcome, I'll never regret the choices I make.
I can't believe what I'm seeing, sir. This space I'm standing in is like some sort of crazy dream.
Except that this isn't a dream. This is something Cage's gadget.
No, wait, this is exactly like a dream, sir. I've never been so impressed. It's a miracle.
Someone sure is easily impressed.
I'm so glad you like it.
Oh, so this is the part of your gadget. Now I wish I had one too.
Well, once this is over, I'll let you play with it for a bit, if you want.
You did it for me, pal? Thanks! Alright, let's wrap up this case already.
It's times like these that I wonder if they understand the seriousness of the situation. So have you noticed anything worthwhile?
I have no obligation to talk with you. Well, I'm fine with just a little beef in solving this case. That toy is very well made. Haha! That's because it's the heart of the noble thief, Yatagarasu.
Okay, then it may not be something you want to advise to advertise to everyone.
So, Sheena, what exactly is the source of this extra-dimensional like space?
I believe this is nothing more than a projection from that girl's toy.
So, it's all an illusion, right?
Yes. Hey, don't treat it like some sort of silly light show.
Thanks. Then let's use little thief.
Lanzi says, reject not those who seek the truth. So keep in mind that I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing this for the truth.
Don't worry, I understand. We may have different methods, but our wish is the same. Alright, it's a replica of myself. I'm taller.
You're totally oblivious to what was behind you, huh?
Yes, I suppose I am also to blame for what happened to me. It's incredibly dark, which is all the more reason I should have been more alert. I vow to never be caught by surprise again. The second time. Wait. This is the third time he got caught by surprise. Actually, make that fourth. We're also gonna mention the fourth trial, the fourth chapter in the first Ace Attorney game. You didn't recreate the weapon?
Well, I can't exactly recreate something I know nothing about. Tell me, what were you hit with?
The attack came from behind, so I had no idea, but I doubt it was someone's bare hand.
Okay, this is...
Then, where were you hit? I was hit on the right side of my head, just above my temple. There's a bit of blood, but wasn't anything serious.
Ouch, sounds painful.
Why are you smirking like that when you say it?
It's just your imagination. Now let's see. I wonder if there's anything in the hallway that could have been used as a weapon. I'm looking for something the culprit could have used to hit you with.
Take that! I have it! There was indeed one such object lying here in this hallway. Prop sword.
Are you talking about this thing here?
Yes, although we did find it at the kidnapper's hideout. Wait, yes, it's possible that the culprit took it with him after using it on me.
To leave no evidence behind, right?
Correct. Maybe worth a more thorough examination yet.
Okay, so what test do you want to run on this sword?
Test with Luna. Culprit was wearing a costume at the time, so fingerprint analysis is useless. Let's run a luminoid test. It's possible that some of my blood found its way onto this. Vigilante, may I ask for your cooperation in this matter?
Like I have a choice. Sheena, go to the lab, boys.
Understood.
Except for a dab on the left side, it would appear that the blade is spotless.
It must have been the left side of the prop sword that hit you then, right?
Culprit hit me with the right temple area with this.
Okay, I'll update the recreation with this new piece of info.
Everyone wants to expect every suspicious looking cranny. Oh, I gotta do something. We only got one mirror shards. To me, I have to say, it's rather embarrassing to see myself like this.
Oh, so what were you thinking about at the time?
I don't recall, but I would guess that I was thinking about the kidnapping.
Really? Yeah, I don't think so at all. Your face practically screams, I'm about to be conked over the head.
If I had known that at the time, you think I would have let myself be hit?
You know, that badger's pretty bad looking when you see him up close.
Well, what do you expect from a character named the Bad Badger?
Those sunglasses, wearing them in the dark makes him seem extra bad.
Moss. What does mean bad does she really mean?
And the next instance, this badger would swing his left arm completely with the weapon in hand.
Let me go back to the sword. Yes, to cut me with the left side of the prop sword.
Should I recreate the moment of impact? I want to see the pain experience on your face.
It's just fine the way it is.
Wait a minute, maybe not. In my imagination, there's something not quite right.
Save.
Alright, let's do this. Finally, I found a clear contradiction of the facts about the sword. Except for the bit on the left side, this prop sword is absolutely spotless. However, the culprit used his left hand. The blood would have been on the opposite side.
The opposite side, huh?
The culprit had the sword in his left hand. The sword's right hand would hit.
I see, but the blood on the left side of the sword, right? Which means that he used his right hand to hit you.
Exactly. This prop sword has a large hand guard attached to it, to the hilt. It will be impossible to hold it with two hands while wearing a costume with such big hands. Therefore, it could have been the left hand or both hands. Must have been the right.
I'll change the data to reflect the right hand swinging.
Not yet, Kate. There's no sense of changing everything yet. If you change the perimeters to the right hand, you only create a new contradiction. Change the prop sword to be the culprit's right hand. Conflict with what? Take that! Bad Badger already holds a gun in his right hand, so he can't hold a sword in addition.
Hey, that's right! Then what now? If it wasn't his left hand or his right hand...
It means that the one who struck me could have not been the Bad Badger. Are you paying attention, Lance? Mr. Dekan could not have been the one who struck me, which leaves only you as our primary suspect. Fine, it was me. I hate you. It appears that you lied to me yet again. But see how quickly they catch up to you, Lance?
Wait... Isn't Lance left-handed?
Ah, yes. That's what makes this deception all the more interesting. He used his right hand to make it look like Mr. Dekan had been the one to strike me. But you see, firing a gun with one non-dominant hand is difficult. But that leaves the dexterity isn't required to swing a prop sword. Okay, please input this new data. The one who hit me from behind was Lance. Or should I say the Proto-Badger?
Okay, you got it. Here I go.
Now we have a faithful recreation of the situation around the attack on me.
All right. All we have to do is examine this new recreation and...
And what exactly is so funny, Agent Lang?
That amusing little gadget. It sure packs a punch, right, Shida?
Yes, it was all I could do to hold my laughter in. Hey, don't make fun of the little thief. You mean no werewolf? He and Mr. Edward bring out the best in each other.
You had your little fun, but now it's my turn. I sat by quietly by listening. But the crude conclusion you two keep spewing don't whet this wolf's appetite. It's no guarantee that your toy will always show the real situation in any given time. All it displays is whatever information you put in there, right?
Well, you put it that way.
Your suppositions are wrong. It's not your fault. So I'm gonna let you in on this. There is a trick to this haunted house.
And what may that be exactly?
A trick beyond what your tiny imagination can produce. Shina!
Here you are.
Now then, what you missed, girlie, is written right here in this pamphlet.
The 7 Wonders of the Haunted House, the Disappearing Badger. Gateway Land is full of mysteries. See if you can find it. The Disappearing Badger.
What is this?
It says that someone around here is spawning a theoristic. And as you can see, they set a doll down at the end of this hallway for that purpose. Basically, the blue badger you saw was just a stupid doll.
Map and explanation park attraction list added.
How could this be? Guess that throws your whole theory about it being your attacker right out the window.
But that can't be right. Maybe the culprit hid the doll somewhere. And then he laid down and pretended to be it instead.
Go back! The criminal couldn't even hide himself in the hallway. How could he have hide the giant doll? Didn't even get it now thanks to your presumptions. Your logic started off weak and led you to the completely wrong conclusion. Now let's get off your high horse.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Okay. I wonder if you could please input the new information for me.
You don't know when to quit, do you?
I can't quit. Not until I can declare I found the truth. Mary Lang, for the additional information, you have my thanks.
There you go again. Well, see if I care.
Okay, I'm updating the recreation now. That looks really weird. Look how it changes from Blue Badger into the Proto Badger all of a sudden.
The slump over badge was just a doll. Where was my attacker hiding?
Well, that's what we're going to find out, right? So come on, Miss Edgeworth, let's go.
Yes, let's. This recreation can't be right, which means there must be a contradiction somewhere. The Pro Badger struck me, I suppose. Did you really say that is Lance?
Oh, are you going to get him back?
I need not to resort to violence when the lawsuit I plan to bring to court will suffice.
Really? Because I would totally attack him right back. If someone steals from me, I steal something from them. If I hit him, I hit them back. If I get paid, I return the money. That's the secret to how a great thief works.
Our third statement doesn't seem to be much of a benefit of our survival. Okay.
This is where the Pro Badger shows up in our recreation.
Yes, and the question is, where did he come from?
Yeah, but there's no place to hide on our current model.
There must be an inconsistency somewhere. Where's the toast with every suspicious looking nookie cranny? This Blue Badger, it's just a doll we used to this haunted house.
I bet the one who killed this Blue Badger was the bad Badger, right?
According to the Blue Badger Bible, it says that what they are. It says that they are each other's worst enemy.
All because one's an ally of justice and the other is a vile criminal with a gun.
Perhaps they were just destined to battle each other. Much like the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. Oh. We only have... Okay. Ah, so this spot someone connected to any of the evidence I hold? No. Let's save, because this would be like a hard to do, I think. Eureka! This is the incomplete contradiction to the piece of it. Well, maybe it's not incomplete contradiction. Hold on, Miss Andrew. Which is it? Is it a contradiction or not? So, there's something wrong with this scene. That must be... Eureka! Load. Well, this is hard. Let's see. What? I don't know. Let me see. All right, we'll just. Wait. Eureka! Hold on a second here. There's something wrong with this blue badger. Like what? The way the belt is on him is opposite of how it should be. Did you make a mistake? Wait a minute. What are you talking about? Oh! I didn't realize that. I thought it was the follow rally. Can't be. I inputted the image data exactly as it is in the pamphlet. So then, why is the blue badger dressed up in the reverse? The blue badger in this pamphlet photo is in reverse to regular blue badger. But why? This must be some sort of explanation. Okay. Nope, 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 nope. Oh! Interesting. Okay. It's time for Brain Blast. Okay, do you remember what you said earlier? What I say earlier about what? About how this building might be as well being the House of Mirrors. House of Mirrors? Oh, that would explain the reverse! Or mirror image! Yes, this blue badger might be nothing more than the reflective image of a real one. Then, was the blue badger you saw just a reflection? When I looked down this hall, I thought it was perfectly seen straight. What I feel like. Save that. We are really going at. When I looked down this hall, I thought it was perfectly straight. However, if there was a mirror.
Oh, then it would actually form an L shape, right?
Precisely. I was deceived. The hallway was almost pitch black. And there was a beam in the way that obstructed my view of the other hallway.
Wait, but why build this place like that? It sounds pretty pointless to me.
Okay, this house is just another attraction to an amusement park. It created a mirror wall for every suspicious purpose. One I can point it out to you. This is the reason they built a mirror wall. Take that! As it was written in the pamphlet, the main draw of this attraction is the mystery of the disappearing badger.
You mean they built the mirror for that trick alone? But you said you saw the blue badger, so it was definitely still there.
That was true at that time. However, doing this allows someone to make the blue badger disappear in a flash. Move the mirror wall? Remove a reflective image. Simply move the mirror. First, the mirror was constructed so that it could be moved. And beyond there, where the mirror was, an empty hallway had to be created.
Also, when they wanted people to see the blue badger, they would open the mirror. And when they wanted to hide it,
All they simply had to do was close it again. This explains why the other side of these fragments have a design on them.
and if the pattern is the same as the other walls in this hallway,
And when the mirror is closed, it would blend in with the rest of the walls. This is the mirror trick that this haunted house employs. And this also proves the existence of a hiding place for the culprit.
huh? How so?
Think about it, Kay. There was a place that was outside of my field of vision. The culprit kept outside by hiding here. Take that! There was a very large blind spot, one I could not see beyond, and it was here. My assailant hid on the other side of the movable mirror.
And you wouldn't be able to see him. He didn't even need to do anything to that blue badger doll.
Exactly. All he had to do was wait for me on the other side of the mirror.
Wait, hold on. I just thought of something.
Yes?
Well, shouldn't the mirror wall be broken right now in reality?
Since we have a few shards of it, you can probably assume it is. Yes, this most definitely is broken. The question is, when was it broken? Since we found these inside the victim's costume, that would mean the victim was there when the mirror was broken. Wait, that sounds...
That sound I heard
was most definitely the sound of a mirror breaking. Okay, I'd like you to input some new information.
Ah! Don't scare me like that.
Sorry, but I need you to recreate something for me.
Sure, whatever you need. So what do you need anyway?
If you could first recreate this hallway just before I enter the dining room.
You got it.
Now this, I believe this is how I was right before I entered the dining room. Although at the time, I thought it was a single straight hallway. A single straight hallway. And then I went inside. It was around that time when I heard the sound of a mirror shattering.
You heard what? Then...
Yes, I believe it was then that the mirror was broken.
Okay, so then when you step outside into the hallway again...
The mirror wall should no longer exist. Okay, please recreate that.
Got it. Wait, but with the mirror gone, the culprit lost his hiding spot. So where did he go Where did he go in his proto badges to, Miss Edgeworth?
Ha, that's easy enough.
With the mirror gone, he simply hid himself in the branch hallway. I think this about wraps it up. Looks like we finally solved everything.
No, not yet. An even larger contradiction has now reared its head.
Huh?
Perhaps you did not notice. But this recreation contradicts a very troubling inconsistency. The inconsistency between what I saw and the recreation lies. Here.
Take that!
Okay, take a good look at the end of the hall.
Oh, there's no blue badger there.
Exactly. The blue badger that I saw in reality is not here. This is the final point on this long chain of logic. The last remaining contradiction.
So let me get this straight. When you came out of the dining room, you saw a blue badger, right?
And that's precisely where the final contradiction lies. Something that shouldn't exist was there before me. Who or what you suppose it was? I believe this is the real identity for our mysterious badger. Huh? I don't know!
I'll play help!
Oh. Oh, wait. Is either the costume or the victim's costume. I don't know which one.
Take that!
The badger I saw wasn't actually the dead victim's body.
What?
Agent Lane, the entirety of my complete logic is my final decisive piece of evidence. The murder happened in the hallway of the haunted house at the time of the drop-off. And you can consider the moment I heard the mirror breaking to be the real time of death of Mr. Deacon.
No!
Maybe it was due to their fighting.
Again?
Again?